Hey everyone, we're back. Collard
We're
greens and
back.
sushi.
You guys, we got a new platform. I think this one is gonna work. I'm looking busted, but that's because I'm sitting on the sofa. I'm Y'all never see me not behind that bookshelf. So this is a
That is
new
true.
thing. I've got pictures and paintings because I'm on the sofa and I didn't want to get up. But we're here.
We're
Kelsey,
here. We're
shout
here.
out to you because Kelsey got us the new platform. Shout out to Kelsey.
And
But
shout
we're
out to the
here.
internet for free
That's true.
information.
Thank you,
Reddit and
Al
YouTube
Horford.
University will teach you everything that you
Thank
need
you,
to know.
Beyonce's Internet. We appreciate you. But yes, it's Melinda and Kelsey, and welcome back to Collard Greens and Sushi
And
Podcast,
sushi.
y'all. Aw.
Yay! Here's
I
our
hope you guys
update
have,
because we've been gone.
yeah,
Yeah.
we have been gone. I hope you all are doing well. So, like I had said before, when we gave y'all a little bit of an update, me and Kelsey had literally recorded what, 4 or 5 episodes?
Yeah.
Literally. I think we had recorded all of February into maybe the beginning of March. And like we were saying, we had issues with the platform we were using, and trying to retrieve our data and being unable to retrieve our data. But yeah, we was talking about the Grammys, and we was talking about Super Bowl, and we was talking about Kendrick Lamar and history lessons
Yes.
and children, and we were talking about so many things, y'all. But just know we were there. You're never gonna
Yes.
see it, but we were there and we talked about it.
It's so sad.
It is.
You'll never see it, but we were talking to you guys. We were.
You'll never see it, you guys. I'm sorry. Unless by some miracle we're able to get the data, and then we can maybe do a throwback episode. But we have at least like 5 throwback episodes if you ever want
That
to
is
see.
true. We do have a stockpile, so
Oh,
that is very true. Well, we did during that time, we both took trips. So Melinda came out here to Japan.
yeah,
We got to hang out twice.
we
And
did.
me and my family went to Seoul, South Korea. So Muffy, you hadn't been here in a long time. You
Yeah,
used to live here. How
yeah,
many years did you live here for?
six,
6 years.
6 years.
And
Yeah,
then you come back to visit, but usually it's like kind of short trips, but this
yeah.
was a little bit longer. Tell us about that trip that you took out here recently.
So
Just
you
last
guys,
month.
yes, me and the kids went to Japan. It has been years since we've gone. It kind of started when and of course an ambulance is going by while I'm trying to talk. But um it started with but not that. That's not what it started with. Um it started with COVID, and of course, y'all know everything got
Yeah.
locked down. Japan had one of the longest, I think, entering and exiting process, as far as countries go when things started to reopen. So it was like years before we could finally get back. So me and the kids finally came back, and I promise
Yeah.
y'all we didn't want to come back. America, we
You
was
did say
done.
that a lot. You said that
We
like several times.
I said it every day, multiple times a day. I think literally we were in Japan maybe like 5 hours, and I was just like, I don't want to go back, y'all. Like I literally told my kids, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back.
Well,
I don't want to go
okay,
back.
so what was the reason? Like, what was the reason you didn't want? Like, I mean, aside from it being, I guess, pretty safe and whatnot, what were some of the things that you realized you had missed once you got back here?
Um, Probably aside from all the political fiascos going on in America,
Uh,
I think the main thing I missed was cleanliness. Like I
mm,
forgot how nice it is to be in a consistently clean environment regardless of where I am, Now don't
mm,
get me wrong, it's not like there's no dirt or garbage in Japan. Like I
yeah.
so let me say this for people who like to fetishize Japan. I'm not one of those people because no place in the world is perfect. Don't let these influencers or wannabe influencers lie to you. Japan's a great place. It is. It's amazing. I would not have stayed there that long if it wasn't, but
Yeah.
it's not perfect. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not a perfect place. Just like anywhere is not going to be perfect.
Very true.
However, because right now, my country is a trailer park. Japan just looks like utopia at this point. But yeah, it's the cleanliness. I think, of course, the first thing was the bathroom. That was the first thing I did. As soon as I
Oh,
got
you
off
did
that
say that.
plane,
You
I
did
went
ask me
straight
that
to the
too when you got back.
bathroom.
You want to get the
Girl,
bidet.
I went to that bathroom in the airport and I was just like, "Ah," like it
Woo!
was just
Wow.
like, oh my gosh. I was like, my booty has never been so clean. I just love the fact that you just talk like the toilet is making noise, so can't nobody hear me. My seat was
Oh
warm.
yeah.
Even where we stayed, it was just like I wanted to weep when I had to leave Japan and leave my Japanese toilet. So moving forward, I know I'm going to have to, even with all these stupid ass tariffs, I'm going to import a Japanese toilet. So I have a Japanese toilet at my house. It's a necessity. It's a
Okay.
necessity. So yeah, there's so many things I miss though, girl.
That's so funny because if you have a Japanese toilet like me, it's not like, I don't know. It doesn't. I don't feel the same because I have it every day.
I was gonna say
But
you
right.
have it
But I
every day.
also remember like when I went back to the States and y'all's toilet seat is cold in the
Yeah,
winter. Oh
yeah,
no, no, no,
girl.
no. I,
Yes.
yes,
You
yes. So I
you
understand,
you
especially for
take it for
that.
granted because you have it every
Right.
day. Unlike
This is
us
true.
in America in our prison toilets, and people think
Not the
that
prison.
like they got it going. Like, no, you have a prison toilet. I don't care that you live in a mansion. Do you have a Japanese toilet in your mansion? Then no, you have a prison toilet in your mansion because apparently we can't do anything with efficiency. So no, you can have your prison toilet. Give me the Japanese toilet. That's all I need. That's all I
Mm,
need. That's all I need. That and
okay.
vending
Okay.
machine.
This is true. Yeah, I do think about that like sometimes like where do y'all buy stuff? Y'all always have to go to a store, right?
Yeah. Or
You always
online.
have to go to
I
a corner
People shop
store or
online. People
mhm.
shop online.
But I
Like
mean,
I
like vending machines are like everywhere here,
oh
24 hour. Like
yeah.
even in the
No,
countryside,
you
even
have
on
to go
Mount
to you
Fuji.
have to go to the store. Like it sucks.
Yeah,
Like that's another thing. I love a damn vending machine. I think
yeah.
Messiah lived at the vending machine. Every day I'd be like, "Are you at the vending machine?" And he would just be like, "Yeah, I got my sea drink." And I'm like, "Oh my god." I was like,
Oh, he
"Is
did love
he
the vitamin C drink. Yeah, he does
girl?"
like.
Him and that damn drink, like he was just like he called it his elixir of life. He was like, "My elixir of life," like a mad scientist. And I'm just like, is there coke in there? Like, why is he always
Why is
drinking
he
the
so? Why? Yeah, no, but I get it
Look at him.
because
He still has the bottle. Like
that is wild.
he still has the bottle. That was his thing.
He
Y'all
did mention
vending
that.
machine.
Yeah.
Uh
I think that is one of the things that people do really like. There's so many varieties of that drink too. Like there's one with collagen in it. There's one with like that will help you if you plan to go out drinking to like
okay.
kind of detox you. There's so many versions of those like vitamin drinks. And they are sold in vending machines or in convenience stores
Right.
everywhere. So I kind of get that. And I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I'm like, oh, just get it from the vending machine or just go to the convenience and just pick it up from there. Like you need new socks or
Yeah.
underwear or a face mask
Yeah.
or some skincare
Yeah.
or, some lotion or
Yeah.
a sandwich.
Yeah.
Um, Speaking of sandwiches, just randomly, when my family was visiting here, one of the things that they loved was the egg sandal at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not that wild, but apparently, like, it's worth the hype. Did you eat one while you were in Japan?
I did not eat one while I
Mhm.
was in Japan. I do have them occasionally here in LA
Okay.
because I frequent a lot of Asian or Japanese markets. Like usually I go
Mhm.
once a week. So I'll buy them here.
Okay.
For me personally, now this is just my personal opinion. Don't y'all come after me in the comments. I
Hmm.
feel like Yes, it's good. And I'm not an egg person. That's the thing. I'm not an egg
Okay.
person. Like
Okay.
I'm not, everybody's talking about like the eggs are going up, and I'm like, you know what, that dozen of eggs gonna sit in the refrigerator for, like 2 weeks. Like, we don't eat eggs like that. We don't.
Okay.
So for me, I feel like it's overrated. Is it better than any egg sandwich you would get in America? Absolutely.
Okay, got
Absolutely it
you.
is. But
Hmm.
I'm not like how everybody's like, ooh, that the eggs. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, okay. Give me on
That's
Gideon
I
a
think that's
Megapop.
funny. I'm
Give me that
yeah.
damn chicken from Family Mart. Oh, that's another thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Family Mart is superior to 7-Eleven. And I know it again, all your influencers are like, oh my God, 7-Eleven, 7-Eleven, 7-Eleven. No, Family Mart forever and always. I will die upon this hill. Family
Well,
Mart is the superior conveni.
you will be dying on the hill by yourself because
Oh,
I will respectfully disagree.
oh,
Um, Family Mart is superior when it comes to fried foods like chicken or hashed potato or something like that, maybe.
oh.
But for if you want some fresh coffee, some iced coffee, I know you're not a coffee
I
drinker,
don't drink coffee.
but if you want a smoothie,
Mm,
a fresh smoothie, a fresh salad of some sorts,
yeah.
Family Mart is not the place to go. It's gonna be 7-Eleven.
I
But if you want your
disagree.
fried foods and
Yo,
your
that
sweets, definitely Family Mart.
let me tell y'all, that big ass chicken nugget that me and my kids would get from Family Mart,
The family chicky.
I could literally just eat that, y'all. You have no idea. Like, you bite into it, it is the most seasoned, juicy, extravagant, yet so cheap chicken nugget you will ever have, and it's like the size of your hand. I call it a chicken nugget because it looked like a big ass chicken
A big
nugget.
chicken nugget, yeah.
It is the
It's
most
it
delicious.
it
Oh,
is definitely like, lives up to its name for sure.
yeah,
I think every convenience store has like its pros and cons. Like when I think
yeah.
about Lawson, I don't really think about anything. I
I
don't think
was
I go to
gonna
Lawson.
say, Lawson is just kind of there. Like, it's not
It's just
bad.
there.
It's not good. It's just there. And I know they also have the natural Lawsons
Those are
where,
nice
yeah,
because they have
but
like fresh fruit or
right,
organic stuff. But just Lawson by itself, I'm just like, eh. But
yeah,
definitely Family Mart. If I want something sweet or if I want something salty, I'm gonna go to Family Mart for
man.
sure.
And my
If I
son,
want a healthy salad or a
let me tell you.
smoothie or some coffee, it's gonna
Me and
be
me and Messiah stocked up on the damn Family Mart socks. We
oh, the
got them
socks are really cute.
we got them Family Mart
And
socks.
they're good quality too.
They're excellent oh my God, they're excellent quality. Get me out of America. This need to go. Sick of it
Yeah,
here.
so
Sick
so
of it.
overall it was a good trip. I guess I
Was
think
a great
like
trip.
the things that we talked about that have changed, before you and I had talked about how when at least what I remember when I first came to Japan is like there weren't a lot of smartphones. I don't
No.
think there were any smartphones. It was just like I guess the Galaxy or like the
Yeah.
flip phones. And people were more so like reading on the train or looking at a
Yeah.
magazine or a manga. And nowadays, everybody is on their phone, like
Yeah.
in the train. Everybody's
Yeah.
looking at a phone. I also noticed I feel like there's more foreigners everywhere. And I think we had talked about this. Like, there didn't seem to be that many foreigners back in the day. Or if you saw
No.
like another black person or any person of color, you'd be like, kind of give a nod or you'd be like, hey, or,
Right. Right.
nowadays they're everywhere.
Everywhere.
And I
Everywhere.
think I definitely think it has to do with like the economy, like how things, the
Yeah.
exchange rate, how things work for other countries and whatnot.
Yeah.
And not necessarily a bad thing, but sometimes it's just so congested everywhere. Just
Yeah,
too
it's
many
really
people.
congested. Yeah, I definitely, we've talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
Again, going to people who fetishize, Japan and specifically those bigger cities, you know, yes, it's great if you want to go to Tokyo. Yes, it's great if you want to go to Osaka or Kyoto, but it's like, go visit some other places, y'all. Like those smaller places. Go to Gunma, go to Saitama, go up
Yeah.
north
Oh
and go to
yeah.
Iwate. Like you need to
Definitely. There's other
also go and
places.
visit those smaller places because those places actually need the tourism. They
That is
need it as
true.
well. The major cities are definitely oversaturated with tourists. And yeah, you're right, Kelsey. Like back in the day when I first, was living there, or really when we were first,
Hmm.
in Japan, it's like I didn't see a black person for months.
Yeah.
Months.
Or if you
Like
did, you already knew them. If
I
you
already
did,
knew them,
you knew them,
like that
or
kind of
you were like,
thing.
who are you?
Right. You would definitely see like the few like African guys who like worked in Roppongi or whatever. But if you
Hmm.
didn't frequent that area, like I do mean it would be for me, it would be months.
Yeah.
Months before I saw someone else black. Like just never happened.
Right.
And now it's like, yeah, which is great. I think it's
Mhm.
wonderful to see black people traveling. It really, really
Yeah.
is. Um, but also, black folks, you can't say hi when you see each other. You don't have to be like, it's not Highlander. There's no, there can only be one. You're not the only black person that's been to Asia. You can say hello. We don't have to hang
Whenever
out, but
I'm
you can
always
at
like,
least acknowledge. You can do the head nod. You can do the hi. You can do that. Come on now. Like
right,
let's
right,
let's
right.
stop with the Highlander. You're not the first black person to go to Asia. You won't be the last black person to go to Asia. You're not special. So
This
so
is
let's
true.
get out of that. Let's get out of it.
This is true.
But yeah, but you're right, Kelsey. Like it's across the world. It's not even just Japan. Like
Hmm.
America, I constantly have to say to like Yui, like, or Messiah, like, don't be on your phone when you crossing the street.
Yes.
Like
When I was in Korea, they actually have, and I think I noticed it before, but I just didn't remember for some reason. But I noticed it a lot at night. Like people be on their phones looking down.
mhm,
And you know how every K drama, someone, when they want to get rid of someone, they just have a car accident and just kill them, right?
right.
That I think speaks true to life because let me tell you, we almost saw several accidents while we were there. But also on the ground, they have the traffic signal lights so that people who are looking at their smartphone don't even have to look up to see the light or don't cross the street
Mhm,
without looking. The lights are on the ground. It's good in a sense to maybe prevent accidents, but I was
right.
also thinking like, why can't people just pay attention? Like put
Right.
the phone down for a minute.
I mean, people are addicted to their phone. Like, even I have to sometimes say to myself, like, "Oh, you've been on TikTok too long." Like I do. I
Yeah.
have to like take a break. I have to tell the kids, like, "Yo, get off the phone. Get off."
Yeah.
Like it is. It's addicting, and I especially think like when you live in cities where you have big commuter traffic, people on the train, what are you gonna do? Where like
Right.
you said before, they used to read the newspaper. Everything is
Yes.
digital now. Like
That's
everything
true.
is digital. You can read the
Hmm.
newspaper on your phone. You don't have to go buy a newspaper. People aren't reading books on like they used to. Some people
Yeah, like the
do.
paper ones.
Some people do, but people, they'll read it on their phone or they'll listen to the audio book. Like you don't have paper anymore, So
Right, right.
I definitely think it's worldwide. It's not just Japan. It's just we've become very reliant on accessible technology. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like like as a people across the globe, and eventually it'll be the downfall of humanity. That's why I'm always nice to my device and talk to her when she talks back to me and thank her for all of her help because yeah, when they take over, I'm not going to be
You
left
think she'll
behind.
remember? She'll
Yeah, hell
remember.
yeah, she gonna remember. I'm like, girl,
She'll remember Melinda
because
zero
she's
five six
she's
six one.
recording everything. She's
Yeah,
listening to me
mine just
right
was just
now.
just went off a minute ago to tell me the time.
See,
So, I didn't I was gonna sometimes we do yell at her, but I try to tell the kids like, just be nice to her. Just
I
say no
don't
thank
like
you.
the
We
kids
didn't
will
ask for
yell at her,
help.
and I have to tell them. I have to remind them. I'm like, look, her and her people gonna take over, so you better be nice. Like,
That's
it's gonna
scary.
happen.
That's so scary.
We all know it's going to. At least I know. I'm one of those
Eventually.
people. Like, I'm not one of the.
Hmm.
I have a bunker type of person, but
Okay.
I am a iRobot person. I am a no. They're gonna take over. I'm definitely a Matrix person. Oh no, they're gonna take over if they
But
haven't done it
iRobot was
already.
so creepy. It was so creepy.
Yeah,
The way they
I'm just
looked.
I'm
Mm.
just saying, like, it's gonna happen. Remember me. You're recording this right now. She's listening as girl.
Treat
Remember me. I'm
treat
telling
them right, I guess.
her. I have to. I have to.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. I think it's interesting. I'm nervous and concerned, but
yeah,
I definitely do think, just treat anything politely and
right,
with respect,
right,
in that mindset, whether it
right.
be a computer or a person
A
or an
person,
animal.
an animal, an
Hmm.
insect, whatever the case may be, a blade of grass, but
Yeah, exactly.
great.
Exactly. I feel that. So great trip in
Yeah.
Japan. And is there any takeaways from your visit here that you want to share?
I'm coming back.
I
We
know.
coming back. That's about because I've got to get the hell up out of America, y'all. That's pretty much it. We're coming back.
Yeah. I would say like a lot. There's not, I mean, there are political issues that happen here that we see in
Yeah,
the news,
yeah.
but I think it's not as no, I don't want to say advertised. It's just not in your face, I guess, like it is in the States. Also, I don't think that there is a 24-hour news channel here. So maybe that aids into it because the news comes on certain times of the day here. Whereas like I
Girl,
think in the States, you
y'all,
can watch it
y'all
anytime.
don't have a lunatic as a president. That's why. Like. That's why. That's why. That's
Yeah.
why. That's
So
why.
we don't have all of those issues, but we were in Korea, South Korea
Yeah.
recently,
Yeah.
and there we went near the palace in Seoul, and the name just slipped from my mind. I'll probably insert it later, but um right in front of the palace, like everything was blocked off with, I mean, police presence. There were so many protesters, and there were protesters that were pro the current government, anti the current government,
Right.
pro the former president that was, basically, I guess, jailed, and then the one that caused, like, the marital law. There were so many different protesters out there. They were so creative.
Yeah.
They had basically made like tents in a sense, where
Mm.
they had tables and information in various languages. Because we walked through it. I didn't take any videos because I didn't want to be like disrespectful in any
Of
sense.
course. Of course.
But I'm talking about people had made paper mache like characters or dolls of like the president in jail, and they had all sorts of posters. There was someone that was about to do calligraphy when we walked past. I guess he was going to write something, and there was the police were protecting all of them. And another very interesting thing was that there were coffee trucks and food trucks parked in front or on the side where people had paid for these trucks to come out there and offer like free coffee or free snacks to the people who were
Mm.
protesting. And I thought, wow, that's really interesting. It didn't seem violent in any sense. Like we walked right through, nobody got mad at us, nobody said anything to us. I didn't see anybody arguing or yelling back at anyone else, but it did seem very like thick. The air was very thick
Right.
with people with their hardcore opinions and beliefs and values that were opposing each other. So you could tell that's why the police were there. So I thought that was very interesting. And it was all day, the whole time we were there, like
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
And I will say I have never been to Seoul ever when they haven't protested something, which I
Mm.
think is interesting. There's always been a protest going on every single time that I've went there,
Girl, when I
out of
tell
the four or
I've
five times I've been.
I've said it for a very long time. If you want to learn how to protest, go to South Korea
Mm,
because they gonna teach you how
yeah,
to organize. Literally
it's
how to
very
organize.
organized.
how to be efficient, and how to be effective. And they don't play around. Like when they say
Yeah.
they're done with you, guess what? You getting your ass up out of that office. We done with you. Like they
Yes.
don't. They're like, no, ain't no. We not taking our foot off the gas. What you mean? What you thought this was? Oh, you think? Huh? What? Huh? What? This South Korea. Come
Yes.
Sammy What you talking
And
about? Who do said? Like, come on. They don't
I'm glad you
play.
said 1, 2, 3.
They
It is
don't
it
play.
yes, you're very true. It was inspiring in a sense, but also just interesting to see because it's a really young country. It's not, I
Yeah.
mean, it's not as old as America and
No.
hasn't it's been through a lot of stuff, but you
Right.
look at all the other countries and
Right.
you're like, okay, it was
Right.
it was interesting. And people were still, like I said, as pleasant as could be, friendly. But they were like, "Mm-mm, we don't agree," or
Yeah.
yes, we agree, and here's why.
Well, I think also, it may be a young country, but the
Mm,
people have been around for,
forever, yeah.
millennia. So they have
Yeah.
seen, they have been occupied, they have been,
Right. They have.
so I really think that that history that I think as a country the United States doesn't have, and that's something that I
Yeah.
think America constantly forgets because America's been fed this whole propaganda like, oh, we're number one and this, but we are a young country. The thing is,
Right.
to me, for the most part, as far as America as a whole, now I'm not talking about Black history. I'm not talking
Mm,
about indigenous history. I'm literally just talking about America as far as the government when it comes to the colonies and whatnot. They ain't been through shit. So they don't know.
yeah.
They have been through nothing, like they really haven't. They'll talk about, war here, war there, but as far as, compared to other countries, specifically Japan, specifically China,
Right.
specifically
Oh yeah.
India, when you talk about, going through some shit, being occupied, this and that,
Right.
America, the United States, those colonies, those forefathers, Constitution, y'all ain't been through shit. Y'all ain't
Yeah.
been through shit. So I think that makes the difference. So,
It definitely was interesting to see, and I'm glad that my kids got to see it like
mhm,
more firsthand. In the
mhm.
past, we kind of just like, skirted around it or whatever. But now that they're at the age where they really understand what's going on in the
And
world, they
say,
were able to really like take it in and understand it on a different level. And so
mhm.
that was interesting. And of course, the food. I think I ate my weight in everything and
Girl.
everything. So
Oh, I can't wait.
X-Lax and water till prom because I just ate, ate.
Ah,
Discovered a lot of new sweets that we like.
mm,
Just it was great. It was really really good. So we didn't want to come back, but we had to come back.
I
And until next time,
I feel you. I feel you. Girls trip. Girls
girls
trip.
trip.
I'm ready,
Yes,
girl. I'm
let's
ready.
go. Let's
Girls
go.
trip. February 2026. Lord
Let's do
willing,
it.
we
Let's do
make
a
it
girls
there
trip.
so we can go. So we can go.
Yes, let's definitely plan
Yes.
something. I think that would
Yes.
be fun. Well, I didn't really have any okazu today. I think we kind of updated everyone on
Yeah.
what's been going on, but we did want to let you guys know that we are going to be back and better than before.
Ah,
Obviously, we have a great new platform. So,
yay.
if you were wondering what happened to us, we are here. We are back with you.
Yep.
And yeah, you know, follow us, like,
Thank you,
follow, share.
StreamYard. Appreciate you. Appreciate
Yay!
you, StreamYard. Yeah, y'all. I guess that's it. Like I said, we're just gonna update you, but we're happy. We're back.
Yes.
We'll have weekly podcasts with us. We'll be yelling
Yes.
about something or other. And as always, like I say, every single video. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for
Yes.
supporting us. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for
Yay.
commenting, all of it, all of it, all of it. We appreciate it and it means a lot to us, and that's what keeps us going. And the fact that we really like doing this. So
Yeah.
we appreciate y'all really very, very much. Very, very much. So thank y'all.
Yep. Until next time, we are out.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
See ya.